All right. As you see, I'm all decked out my Texas stuff, my Texas Live shirt, jersey, whatever you want to call it. Name is Cameron, Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. As you can see, I'm in a car. Not what I want to be on or in. I'd rather be on my 2008 Street Glide. But unfortunately, that's a long story. I'm going to start doing a video blog because this has been very interesting since I bought the bike in March 29th of 2020. The bike has been very, very, how do I say this? Fragile. That's it, fragile. We bought the bike in 2020, March 29th was the actual pickup date. We put our money down for it, got all the paperwork and the loan done, and well, let's just say from that day forward, it's been an adventure. Sorry about moving the camera around. I'm trying to get comfortable in the car while I sit here at my daughter's cheer practice, since we're not allowed to go watch. But here's the thing. We bought the bike. I hadn't ridden since I was probably 16. I'm 48. So when we bought the bike, we bought it at a distance away that I wasn't comfortable driving on the highway. So my son-in-law, who has a 2012 electric Glide, ride it home. Then I got on the bike and started getting comfortable. Rode it pretty much all day Friday. Got on it Saturday, put my wife on the back of it. We rode over to my son-in-law's house, went to Harley-Davidson Fort Worth with him, and then from there we've just been riding ever since. But you know, it is a used bike. I didn't expect it to be perfect. I expected some small minor issues, but not what we've had. So knowing that it's used, I started doing a little research. But in the meantime, we're riding it. Well, we go up to my mother's house, which is about 2.5 hours away, and we decide we're going to take the bike, spend the night, ride it home the next day. 2.5 hours. It's a pretty good ride for somebody that's new on a bike. Probably had it 5 days, 6 days, something like that. So we packed the bike up, full, 4 packs full. Both saddlebags are full. We get on it and we take off. It takes us 3 hours and 30 minutes to go to my mom's house. We took the scenic route and stopped and ate some lunch. Rode around. Oh, my hat's all jacked up. Rode around the lake. Enjoyed the scenery. Enjoyed the ride. Had fun. Got to the mom's house. It was hot, so it took a toll on my wife as well as it did me. Learned how to handle a heavy bike too. Boy, let me tell you, had never done that. That's a chore if you've never done it. Almost dropped it twice. Saved it both times. Once in a parking lot of Buc-ee's. Hundreds of people. I almost dropped it there in front of everybody. Anyway, we got it parked. Finished riding at my mom's house. Almost dropped it in her parking lot because there's a bunch of gravel in the parking lot. Saved it. And then we did our little visitation and spent the night. And on the way home, which took an hour and 45 minutes because we took tollways, speedometer quits. I mean, we're coming down Loop 12. Now I'm doing 70 to 80 miles an hour. And all of a sudden, man, that thing is just jacked. Then all of a sudden, I'm doing 0. I mean, 0. Sorry, guys. That's just driving me nuts. So we drive about 10, 15 miles, and then all of a sudden it picks right back up. Okay, I'm on a bike. Never done this before. This is weird to me. So we, sorry about that. That Bill, that hat and that camera's driving me nuts. So we drive 10 minutes down the road and it picks back up, and I think all is good in the world, just a little glitch in the system, not knowing anything. So I wake up that Monday morning and I ride the bike to work. Ooh, excuse me. what happens when you get 4 in the morning, it's 6:30 at night. Get up and drive it to work. Everything's fine. Well, on the way home, speedo quits again. I'm confused. What's going on? So me and my wife go out to eat. It's working. Get a little bit further down the road, it quits. So to make a long story short, we came home after dinner, and next morning I called the dealership, and they came and got the bike, and then they took the bike to the shop, and they called and said the speed sensor had gone out, and they fixed it. Brought me my bike back, because it's about a 45-minute drive to the dealership, and I'm the only one in my family that would be able to make that drive and then ride the bike home, and I have nobody to drive the car home. So dealership brought it back. So I get the bike back. Now, mind you, this is 8 days to the day I bought the bike. So I get the bike back and start riding it. March 29th was the day I bought the bike. April 30th, I get a check engine light, battery light. I'm confused. I have no idea what's going on. So I make a phone call to my son-in-law. He makes a couple of phone calls. Check this, check that, check this. So we check it. Nothing. So I make a phone call to the dealer. Dealer comes and gets the bike. And they actually told me it'll be 2 or 3 days before they come get it. They find a driver. He comes, picks it up, takes it to the shop, and they call me back and say, hey, look, the stator shorted out or grounded out, and it shorted out the voltage regulator. The problem is we have a stator that's in, but we don't have a voltage regulator, and they're telling us it's going to be, possibly 2 to 3 weeks before we can get one in. I thought it's fit. I had this bike 30 days. And now, mind you, I put over 1,000 miles on it within the first month. So I'm riding the crap out of this bike. So they get it fixed. This was July 7th. No, July 9th. They get the stator and everything put into it. I've got roughly 3,000 miles on this bike at this time. They get a stator from another state, ship it in, put it on the bike, send it to me. July 9th of 2020. Tomorrow will be August 26th of 2020. And they are picking up my bike again for the exact same issue. Now, granted, I called them on Monday to pick up my bike. And they're not going to be able to get it till tomorrow, which is Wednesday, so 3 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because I called them early Monday morning. They're picking up tomorrow at 11:30 to 1, and it's scheduled to be in the shop, I guess, to look at it at 4, because I got an email or a text confirming my 4 o'clock appointment. So we're waiting to see what they're going to tell me what the problem is. My guess is the stator's going out again, or the voltage regulator. Now, I got a warranty on this thing. They put it in July 9th, so all the parts should be warranted. So if a part goes bad, they should replace it for free. Question is, if it's voltage regulator, how long till they get another one in? A week, 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Due to COVID-19 and the Milwaukee plant being shut down for so long, apparently they have a hard time getting parts. My problem with that is it's not a part on back order, so they should be able to get it shipped to us pretty quick, but we'll wait and see. Second thing I have is I have put some underglow lights on it, hooked straight up to the battery. Little LEDs shouldn't be a problem. But also, because my radio went out, I also put a Kenwood aftermarket plug and play stereo in it with 2 5 1/4 Polk DB 522 speakers. Now, should not be a problem because it's plug and play. I mean, all we did was hook the harness up to it and put speakers in and turn it on. We didn't even hook up the hand controls yet. We had a storm blowing in when we did it, so we got the radio in, plugged it up, and left. So we still got to get the hand controls hooked up. So we're waiting to see if this is going to be an issue And if they're going to call back and say, well, you shorted out this stator and you're going to have to pay for this. If that's the case, then I'm probably going to tell them ship me the bike back, put it in the shop somewhere else, and have them do it for $50, or have one of my buddies do it and put my own stuff in it. I'd hate to do that because it'll void any of my drivetrain warranty for my next 24 months. But I mean, I'm not going to sit there and pay $600 for them to put a stator in the bike, especially when I can do it, have somebody do it cheaper than that. But we'll wait and see. I honestly don't think they're going to tell me that, but that's my biggest fear. But so far, this has been a journey. I should have started this from day one. I've got some video of a Back to Blue ride we did here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I've got some video of the bike, the underglow lights, the radio, stuff like that we put on it. I may add this into the video, or at the end of the video, because I do love my bike. Oh yeah, one other thing is, I found out doing the research that this bike has been wrecked. Now, they told me they didn't know about it, but when I requested the service records, it's in the service records that the bike was repaired at one of the Harley stores here in the Metroplex. And when they sent me the service records, they had that service record, so they knew this bike was wrecked. They just didn't disclose it. And they told me, oh yeah, we'll give you a full trade-in value on the bike, but you need to come in and put another $4,000 or $5,000 down for another bike. But they'll give me full trade-in value for a 2008 bike, which isn't what I paid for the bike, I guarantee you. So now, if I walk in, they give me the $10,999 or whatever I paid for it, plus all my money, that ends up like $12,000. Okay, that's $12,000 trade-in value for another bike, straight up. I'm good with that, but that's not what they're going to do. So I didn't even contemplate trading this bike in. But I'm going to start vlogging. I'm going to start trying to get some video of me riding. I might get a helmet cam video. Maybe something I can put on my fairing. I can mount the camera too. That's how I did the first one, but it was kind of an old one and used some crappy adhesive and fell off while we were eating lunch. Luckily it didn't fall off while we were doing 90 miles an hour down the highway to lunch. But I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start trying to vlog a little bit more my adventures into the motorcycle world, and possibly the MC world, or independent organization world, or RC world, whatever we do, whatever I join, if I join anything. Maybe the hog, maybe we join the hog and just ride for patches. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I got plenty of friends I can ride with, plenty of people to go ride with around here in the Metroplex, always doing rides. So I'm gonna start vlogging more. When I get the bike back, I'll probably vlog on it. Until next video, guys, keep the rubber on the road and the shiny side up. See ya.